Welcome back. You're still tuned into Power Breakfast on CNBC TV18. As promised, we have our entire research team joining in with what the trade setup looks like, the stocks that are likely to be in the news and the action from the F&O space as well. This is our Power Prep segment. Hey guys, a very good morning to all of you. Ekta, let me come across to you first up. What is the market setup looking like today?
Hi Sonal, thanks for that. Well, it's looking extremely positive because the White House and the Republicans reached a tentative deal to avoid a US default. Hence, we expect the momentum to probably continue today. Remember that the Nasdaq has notched fifth week of gains consecutively for the US markets. The markets back home closed at 5-month highs on Friday. The Nifty ended at almost 18,500, which is the highest closing level that we've seen in 2023. 43 stocks closed in the green: Reliance, ICICI and HUL, with top contributors. Remember, the FMCG index was also at a record high. FIIs net bought around 350 odd crores. They have been on a continuous buying streak and they've added to their positions on Friday's trading session. DIIs also net bought around 1841 odd crores. Asia, largely higher. Japanese markets are at the highest level that we've seen since 1990. SGX is indicating a positive start as well. Now, in terms of Brent crude, that ticked higher on hopes of a debt ceiling breakthrough. So it was at around $76 per barrel for Brent crude. Now, separately, additional to what we are talking about, the markets are now likely to focus on the Fed trajectory because we did have the US data, the core personal consumption price index, which rose 4.7% versus estimates of around 4.8%. So just marginally in line, you would say, but the market pricing swung to 56% in terms of a chance that the Fed will enact another 25 basis points rate hike in the month of June. Probably the end of the rate hike cycle, but nonetheless, that's probably what the market is going to focus on as well. Result reactions today back home: ONGC, BHEL, Aurobindo, Sun Pharma in terms of the conference call, Indigo Paints, Karnataka Bank, we have City Union Bank as well as PFC. And in terms of results today, the list is very long, but the likes of IPCA, IRCTC, Rail Vikas Nigam, NHPC, Adani Transmission, to name a few.
Fag end of the earnings season, but it doesn't look like it's ending anytime soon. Ekta, thank you so much for those cues. Ekta spoke about certain stocks. Let's get in more from Surbhi, who is here with the stocks and news list. Surbhi.
Good morning. So a lot of results that have come over the weekend. Let's start with ONGC first. The numbers are below the CNBC TV18 poll. Revenues have come in at 36,290 odd crores, EBITDA at 16,340 crores, and margins at 45% versus the poll of 56%. BHEL, the revenues were up to 2%, the EBITDA was down 14%, margins have come in at 12% versus 14% same time last year. Aurobindo Pharma, the numbers are pretty much in line with estimates. The revenues are up 11%, the EBITDA is up 3%, and margins have come in at 15.5%. NCC, the revenues are up 42%, the EBITDA is up 72.5%, and the margins have come in at 9.4% versus 7.8%. Krishna Diagnostics, the revenues up 23% and the margins have come in at 26%. Apart from that, Dalmia Bharat will also be in focus as the company's Northeast arm approves a capex worth 3,642 crores. And lastly, ICICI Lombard will also be in focus as ICICI Bank approves increase in stake in the company up to 4% in multiple tranches.
Thank you, Surbhi, for that list. A lot of stocks in focus, but let's talk about the F&O space as well. Nigel is joining in with all those cues. Hey, Nigel, morning.
Well, morning. What a good close we had to the session, right, on Friday. So it was a good start to the news series and a good close to the week as well. The Nifty as well as the Nifty Bank, both of them did pretty well. The Nifty, there appears there was long interest built up out there. While on the Nifty Bank, it appears there were some signs of short covering as well because the open interest didn't surge up. Despite the Nifty Bank closing high with a gain of around 0.8%. What do the FIs do? They added long, so they continue to remain net long on the index now. On the option side, they bought both calls as well as puts. But what's positive yet again is that they're writing more puts than calls. And even in Friday's trading session, they wrote close to 2.5 lakh puts. Now, that takes the PCR to around 1.37. This is at the upper end of the band, so just keep an eye out on that mark. On the options data side, well, the 18,400 put, 18,500 put, between them, there was more than 1 crore shares added. So there was writing being seen at those levels. Just plugging in the numbers going by the premium, The crucial support zone for the Nifty becomes 18,350 to around 18,400. You need to stay long on this market. But I'll tell you what, if the SGX Nifty is suggesting 150, 160 point gap up, you may want to take some money off the table on the index itself on this sort of a gap up, because the debt ceiling deal, it's still not a done deal. You have probable more rate hikes. At least one more rate hike could be coming in from the Fed. And the PCR has moved to the upper end of the band. So taking some money off the table could be a prudent strategy. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Yes, as the Fed governor of one of the cities said, everything is on the table as far as June Fed meeting is concerned. Thank you, Nigel, for that. And all the guys for joining us and prepping us up for this trading day ahead. We'll slip into a short break. Up next, we'll get you the cues from the commodities market. Stay tuned for that.